Dene. Hello. All right. So I went to a new barber out in the suburbs. It was an old-timey barber, cash-only kind of business. And you know, the kind of old-timey barber where you get the hot towel treatment, they shave the back of your neck with hot foam afterwards. Cash only, and so a new experience for me. And so I'm sitting in the barber's chair, and the barber says, you know, I can tell a lot about somebody based on their hair. For example, if you've got a receding hairline, that usually means you're a thinker. And if you're balding on top, it usually means you're good looking. And so I said, no, so what does that say about me? And he said, based on your head, you think you're good looking. And so after the haircut, he shows me my hair with the mirror, and he says, what do you think? And I said, no, I look pretty good. And the barber goes, you look different. And when you're getting your hair cut by somebody who's supposed to make you look better, you look different. It's not really what you want to hear. If you don't believe me, next time your wife asks how the dress makes her look, tell her it makes her look different. And so I said, you know, you can at least tell me I look good. And the barber goes, you can take your geisha elsewhere. Could have been your dad. Is he a barber? In Plymouth? So I've been there a couple of times. It still gives me a good haircut. I just don't ask for compliments anymore. So I have 3 kids, and my kids are in Spanish Immersion Academy instead of daycare. So instead of sending them to Rickman daycare, I thought sending them to Spanish Academy would better prepare them for middle-class white privilege. And I don't speak Spanish, and my kids' teachers don't speak English, but they do a great job taking care of my kids. And so I'm always telling them mucho, 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 because I know it means a lot to them. Thank you. So one thing I didn't expect sending my kids to Spanish Academy is whenever we're in public and they see a brown person, they launch into Spanish. And whenever they see a white person, they speak English to them. And I was trying to explain to my kids, hey, we treat everybody equally. This is not really what you should be doing. But that's not their lived experience, so they didn't believe me. So to make my point, I took them out for Indian food. And by the end of the meal, I think they understood. And now whenever I serve them dinner, they always say, Namaste. So I went on a road trip with my kids, just my kids and me, and on the road trip they wanted to listen to Spanish music in the car, Spanish kid songs, because that's what they heard for daycare. And I wanted to be the cool dad. I didn't want to listen to Spanish kid songs the entire road trip. So I put on that Daddy Yankee. So for 6 hours in the car, we're listening to Gasolina on repeat on YouTube. And then at the trip, I'm like, El gusto gasolina! And my kids are in the back seat like, Dame más gasolina! To me, I'm like, Alicante gasolina! My kids in the back, Dame más gasolina! It was the most fun I've ever had on a road trip, I swear. And so after multiple hours of just rocking out to the same song, I decided to take it off of repeat, and we just started listening to random Spanish club songs. And so after 6 or 7 Spanish club songs, I look down at my phone and I see a bunch of half-naked ladies dancing on there. And I thought, you know, this is probably not the best thing for young, impressionable kids to be listening to. And I said, hey, kids, do you know what they're saying? And they said, my oldest kid goes, yeah, I think so. And I said, do you want to translate? And he said, yeah, I think they're playing hide and seek. And I said, oh, hide and seek, bunch of half-naked ladies dancing around. Why do you think they're playing hide and seek? And he said, well, because he said I'm going to take something and put it somewhere she's never looked before. And after that, we switched to El Baby Sharko. So when we got to the end of the road trip, we were staying at an Airbnb. And at the Airbnb, we don't stay with my parents anymore since my mom has developed her habit of collecting. And I say collecting because that just sounds better than hoarding. At night, after the kids go to bed, I started writing a review for the Airbnb. Because that's what I did at night. So I'm going to read the review to close on. The Airbnb was good. I must say I thoroughly enjoyed the bidet. For those of you that don't know what a bidet is, it's like a drinking fountain for your butt. The B&B came equipped with the Tushy 2.0 that provided more than adequate posterior Perrier for my derriere. The aim of the booty blaster wasn't precise, but more of a spray and pray shot. So you have to move around and work with the seat to get the full undercarriage tune-up. If you don't reposition, the experience is more of a teeth tickler than the dingleberry destroyer it's designed to be. I will caution you on the pressure setting. I couldn't go past 4 without the pooter pal punishing my poor poop shoe. Overall, this Airbnb left me feeling refreshed and clean, in large part because of the luxurious bumhole car wash I received. I recommend staying here for a good night's sleep and a shiny hiney. And so that's an actual review you can read on Airbnb, and the response from the owner was, "Chris, thank you for your unique review. We will address the issue and get it resolved." All right, that is my time. Thank you very much.